Alright, so we're live now. Hello everybody, whoever's watching. This is one of the first um, live events I'm gonna be doing. I've been asked a lot on how to do polystyle the way that I do it. So I'm doing a couple of enemies for a pack that I've been working on, and so somebody mentioned a mushroom enemy, so I thought that was pretty cool. So that's what I'm actually gonna work on today. So if you got any questions, I'll try to check the chat as often as I can. If I don't answer, then I'm sorry, but you can always find me on Discord and um, other social medias. All right, so let's just dive right into it. I got these references here from Pinterest, and um, like a lot of my videos, I promote this app. It's called Pure Ref, and I'm not getting paid for promoting them or anything. I just think it's a really good app, and it's free actually. So you can just even do a donation or just grab it for free. And it allows you to do these to add these images on top as an overlay or whatever you're working on. Okay, so clean Blender project. Let's get rid of these guys. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of look here and see which one I'm gonna start with. I feel like I wanna. So I do a lot of characters that bury themselves in the ground. Because I kind of like the idea of just having this seamless environment and you just walking and dynamically things move. So, uh, but I kind of like the beard on this guy. Would make a nice modular one. I'm gonna try to make it modular as well. So it's gonna be interesting. See how that can be done. So I think probably I'm gonna go with a more humanoid type character. That way, we can other animations might work with it. So let's go. I kind of like this one as well. It's kind of cool. Just make simple animations. So the froggy one. These are very cool. Okay, so let's not think about it too much. Just start with a humanoid body and go from there. So I'm gonna make these guys smaller. And what I want to do is I want to enter edit mode. Oh, before that, let's turn this on. So yeah, as you can see, where is it? I have so many atoms. Here we go. This guy. So you can see better what I'm doing with the keybinds. Cool. Okay, so in edit mode, Control E to subdivide, and let's turn Pure Ref off so I can see this menu here. And I'm gonna up the smoothness and kind of go like so. And this is kind of a standard way I'm doing bodies lately. It makes it so much easier to have a nice topology. So let's go into face mode, grab this here, and I don't have the reference up because this is something I do with all the bodies currently when I'm modeling something, not doing sculpt. So I'm gonna extrude these. It's about like there, and then G to move it down. It's good enough. Now I'm gonna go into the face one and Shift Alt select all these. Control I to invert, X to delete faces, and get rid of that ball. This is gonna be torso and a bit of the shoulders. Going to line mode, and let's clean this scene a bit more. There we go. So we can actually let's do a save, of course. So let's do here shroom. Let's call this shroom 1. Perfect. So in edge mode, go here to my loop tools and just move this a little bit here. Yeah. Actually, let's deselect these guys. Just these. Let's move it out. Good. That's great. Okay, so let's go into this one. Actually, let's mirror this at this point. Got auto mirror. If you don't have this, you can get those in preferences in the add-ons and just look for auto mirror and bolt and yeah, bolt tool and loop tools. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have this mirrored, let's take down the rest of the torso. Maybe like so. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do it like stubby or more human. I like this one. I'm really inclined to go on this direction though, kind of quadruped. That would be super interesting to do. Well, again, try to keep it a little bit more simple at this point. Okay, so let's go with maybe kind of. This was kind of nice looking. Has a between them the stubbiness and try to aim something similar to this. Okay, so I'm gonna scale on the Z, 0. I'm gonna bring this down. Say this part over here, because it's not gonna have a waist. It's gonna have a belly. I'm gonna deal with those later. Now let's pull out the arms. Just hit X so it's straight. I would say I want them to be long. And here's kind of one trick I learned watching TikTok videos, which is kind of interesting. So what they did is that they measured the length of the arm, and the proportional height of anybody from head to toe should be about the same. Yep. So yeah, let's say about the same as this. So your arms, which is 27, should be the same as from head to toe. That way, kind of allows you to make sure your arms are proportional to your legs and your torso and all that. So I found that to be very interesting. So you can use your ruler here to set up those measures. And I know I want to get my feet here, but I feel like I could have longer feet or lower arms. Okay, so I want to have like shorter feet like this guy, and the arms are gonna be a tad longer. So this is gonna be good at this point. All right. Got this, guys. Scale X0, plan that out. And let's get this part fixed real quick. So at this point, this kind of needs to stretch it out a little bit more. But the mirror is not going to help, so I'm going to apply the mirror for a second. And then scale this out there. Yeah, because I want to have a stubby neck. Let's scale it up. Scale Z, 0. And then extrude that in. Let's kind of relax this. Actually, let's just turn it into a circle. Turn it into a circle as well. That didn't work. Okay, so let's just scale it out. Tap. Just hit relax a bunch of times. Yeah, get that to a better position. Okay, so we're gonna clean a lot of this later on. But so far, looks good. Let's get the legs out. Let's do first the pelvis. Gonna go into edge mode, pull out the pelvis. And I actually want more of a gap. So I'm gonna add these here, kind of up this like so. Yeah, So now what I'm gonna do is mirror this guy again. Perfect. And now select all these guys here. I'm gonna relax those. Yeah. Cool. And that is gonna give us the gap in the middle and the legs we want. So let's just pull out the head. So here it was the proportional leg height. Scale V on the Z. Speed 0. So I'm gonna do a little bit shorter because I want the arms to be longer and kind of go almost to the knee here. And let's move the knee up a tad. Okay, cool. Looking good. Okay, hold on for a second. Okay. I hope the sound is good. Actually gonna check that out for a second. Good. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure the sound was I wasn't talking to myself all this time, you know. Okay, so we got a basic body here, and let's just make a few of these scale. Just grab one of them, one loop, scale Z 0. Again, scale Z 0. Now let's make one loop here, one loop here. For now, I'm gonna make one loop for now, and let's make this more of a tube. Proper relax. Let's make this guys as well more of a tube. Perfect. Let's put one here, put one here, put one here, and now let's smooth this out as well. And here the torso and the hip. Smooth all this out. Move this. So basically we're just trying to smooth out the body. This part here, we're gonna add another loop here, and it might seem extra, but we're gonna do some cleanup afterwards. But if we add a loop there, we're just gonna have more to deal with when rigging comes to the plan here. So when we do this here, we can have this extra loop for the arm to bend down, and it looks a lot better. Okay, cool. So now I wanna kinda pull this up a little bit. So just wanted to have that gap there, and we're gonna add some extra edge loops around here as well. So far so good. Now I want to kind of polish this body for now. Let's just go into sculpt mode and I'm gonna use this tool here. I believe it's called inflate. I'm gonna inflate a little bit. Kind of bring out these parts out. that I want. Gonna have that belly. So we have a tad of a butt here, and the back always. Just gonna shape that a little bit to the point where we want to have it either way. So that way, when we do more extra modeling, we keep doing the modeling, it's gonna look much better. It's gonna be easier to deal with as well. You don't have to do a lot of it, just enough to get that basic shape there. Something, need to pull this as well. Chest goes out a little bit. Also make sure you're working on the front side, because you don't want to be doing this in the back. And I mean, you can always flip it, it's not a big deal, but just so you know, you want to do it on the front part. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's go inside. So now we have this basic stubby flow going, which is what I wanted. Smooth out some of these edges here. I'm probably gonna need an extra one here. There. And we got some extras as well here. So it's a win-win. This area bends often, so it's good to have good loops there. Okay. So far we are 600 tries. It's doing good. So let's do another extra loop here, and let's work on the arms. So we're gonna have, let's see how this guy's, nah, that guy doesn't have the arms, so I wanna go with something arms like this, guys. Seems like I like those types of arms. I did an alien a while back and kinda have the same style of the arms. It's cool. So I'm gonna do the hand like so. This is the elbow area. Over this here. And there. So I don't want it to have like big muscles. Just have skinny arms. Looks good. Okay. Next I'm gonna do legs. So legs, I do want them to be a tad stubby on the bottom. For that, I'm gonna add a couple of loops here, just to get that knee going, and then as well, gonna add another loop here. Okay, that's good. So now from the side view, or the X view here, I'm gonna grab this, guys. Gonna G and pull that forward. Actually, just turn on proportional editing, just G and Y, and kind of pull that knee forward, bend it a little bit. Let's do the same with this, just to align it better. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull these guys back. Like that. Now I'm gonna rotate this a tad bit like so. Grab this one, rotate it a little bit like so. Just that, and good. We got a little bent knee. This is very short. We're gonna add a little part of the foot as well. But so you want to have, for most humanoid rigs, a little bend. You want to have that bend, because when you do the rig, if you want to tell the machine where it's gonna bend, or what direction it's gonna be bending, so you tell that by having this little bend in the joints, and it's gonna do it in the arm as well. It tells that this way is gonna bend the knee. Let's go here, and now let's do the elbow. Go like so. Go from top view or the Z view. Turn on proportional editing. Now let's do this slight bend as well. Just align it. Sometimes you gotta scale it a little bit back up. Now we're gonna rotate this a little bit. Rotate this a little bit as well, and pull it back like that. Perfect. Now I'm gonna pull out a little bump. Turn off proportional editing. Just pull out a little bump there. Maybe a tad more. Good. And then it has the bump here, so that's good. Alright. So far so good. So smooth out. This normal's all over crazy. So one way you fix the normals, if you're not gonna do the poly style, or even if you do, you're probably gonna need to have the normals facing the right way. So you're going to edit most, hit A to select all, Alt N, and then use the recalculate outside. That'll kind of flip that out. If it doesn't work, that means that your model is not. You need to apply the rotation and the scales. Okay. So let's work on the last part of the foot. So I kind of like it has that tiny little foot area coming out. So I'm gonna extrude. I'm thinking if I want to make it longer. I like the short stubby legs. Let's see if it goes around here. I think we can do a little bit more, maybe like so, and then pull this up. So we pull these both up. Yep. Now let's go into our face mode. So I want large feet, or I think we're gonna stick with smaller feet. I'm gonna extrude this like so to tat, and then I'm gonna go into edge mode and double G this and pull it down a bit. I think we can do. Let's see how a little relax works here. Okay, I see that worked. That side. Okay, no, that's good because I want to keep that indentation inside, like the feet usually has a little indentation there. We can pull this guy a little bit in as well. Alright, got those feet set up. So at this point, all you need to do is do auto smooth, and it'll bring out a little bit of the edges. This is what I mostly use, but of course you need to do some cleanup as well afterwards. At this point, actually we want to make this better here. We need to make the chest part. Okay, so here let's pull this up here, and now we're gonna add another one. So we're gonna add another one here as well, because this one we're gonna pull Then I'm gonna pull this up. Let's pull this up. So what I'm working on here is getting this part of the chest part detailed. Just adding some detail to it. I'm gonna pull this in. And then we're gonna do the spine cavity as well. Okay. This is gonna come in as well. But I can do it later. One thing at a time. Good. So we got that chest cavity there. Let's grab this and pull it up. Okay, so these lines are made, of course, by the sharp angle of 30 degrees. Whatever is on 30 degrees is going to have a sharp line onto it. Or you can just use Control E and mark sharp. That will mark sharp line there as well, even though it has it. Okay, so now let's bring down this area here. Yeah, marking that. Gonna put another one here. So, since I want to have a belly part, I'm gonna play around and see how this works, but I need to sacrifice part of it. We can do this. Merge this here. Actually, might not even need any of these guys. They seem to be unnecessary at this point, so we're gonna get rid of them. Cool. Eliminate some mesh. Just aligning the verts so they have a nicer edge flow, so I can see where I can add and remove things, basically. So also that way I get to choose which edges are actually gonna be marked, so the edge, they don't look exaggerated or all over the place, and you don't have to manually do them. You just make sure you pull the angles correctly. Cool. So now this looks too close together. I'm gonna fix this with the G tool. Make this bigger and kind of pull them apart. Alright. Okay. It's good. So we have to clean up a bunch of these so we can make a head. This part is looking good. Let's actually make the head first. Pull a cube. Edit mode. We're gonna subdivide. Where's the menu? Here. Well, we don't need a complex head, to be honest, but we do want to have, you know, space for the eyes. So here This is good. Yeah, actually, let's do this one because I want to add some blend shapes as well. Let's go into local sculpting, and I'm gonna pull this down. Because this is gonna have that balloon kind of shape head. Actually, let me check the other ones. Oops. These are frogs. I'm just gonna get rid of this because I want to make them in. This is actually a cool head as well. But this is more for like a larger enemy type thing, so I'm gonna go and do, because I want it to be a smaller kind of enemy, or maybe middle. Hey, that's good. Going to edit mode again. Let's pull this here, and we're gonna make it larger. To see, you know, proportion wise. So, like 5 heads, a bat. Okay, so now we got to get rid of all these under here, so we can connect it. It's good, yeah. And X faces, X go like so. Just, oops. I want to start cleaning these. Okay, so that's good right there. This kind of chin here. And let's relax this. Make it. I'm gonna get this edges here for the mouth area. I want to create more of a flow so it's not so stiff. Okay, there, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, to the eyes. Control X, insert, pull in, and let's see if they are. I want to make them with more resolution, to be honest, so I was just going to subdivide this. Let's subdivide it. Let's go back until we can, before I got rid of the lines, the edges. So now we can subdivide there. Now I can control X to get rid of it. Oh, should just get rid of these, just these guys. Control X to get rid of it, and then we can relax. And now they have better, nicer resolution. They're more circulars. So I to insert and pull back. I to insert and just pull back. Make the eye socket. Now let's make a small mouth. I think we can use this here. So same thing applies. Control E to subdivide, Control X. Go like so. Or you can just keep it like that. Yeah. Again, insert. and X to lead the face. And I go into edge mode, and I'm gonna extrude and end scale so we can scale in, having the pivot point to center, and then I can scale on the z-axis, close the mouth, like so. And let's pull this out a bit, just pull out a bit like that, and then we can relax it a little bit more. Probably gonna need another loop there. Okay, so now that we have that loop, I'm gonna go into the side view, X-ray, turn this off. I'm gonna extrude on the Y, scale on the Y0, and make it larger. And make sure I'm making it larger everywhere. I like that. And I'll relax this. Yep, I think that's good. So technically I want to make the inside of the mouth. This is going to be small. Like that. Now we have inside of the mouth. He can talk, and it's going to be transparent. Just a quick way to do that. Now let's clean up this right here. So again, this is more of a creature type face, so there are things we can get away with, but if you want a very how would I say that, standard or a very versatile mouth that you want to animate, you need to do better edge flow. But since I'm not gonna do a lot with it at this point, this works, and we don't have to add more verts than needed. Okay, so I do want to have a little bit more control here on the eyebrow area, which I'm gonna right here, and not have to worry much because I'm actually gonna mirror this, and that way it just looks nice. This here again. I'm just adding mesh and edges where I want to have more to work with. It's not necessary. Not one there because I want to have a little bit more control on this side here and clean up these. Okay, cool. That's that. See, we got some odd edges that I don't want. For example, I want to have this a little bit more smooth out. Put that out. Good stuff. Okay. Fix this a bit. Okay, so merge a couple of these together. Like this guy can be merged at the center, and this scroll down here. No need to have that. These two as well can be merged at the center. And we can move this a little bit here. Which one? We can leave that there. Good enough. Okay, that works. Let's fix it here. Cool. All right. Now let's do. Should I see? Do I want to connect it at this point? I'm thinking if I should connect it or just do the cap and connect it after to make sure it's gonna look good with the cap. But I mean, either way, doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's do something. Grab this here. Go around it. And I want to relax this. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna duplicate it. P, separate selection. I'm gonna select it. And I'm gonna go into this bar. I'm gonna fill this. So I'm gonna apply this because I don't wanna have this thing right here. I want it to be clean. But now I can. I'll do that again and see if after I finish it, it's not cut in the middle. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's use solidify, and we're gonna offset to the top. Let's give it some nice thickness there. So let's make this bigger. So let's see how big do we want this guy. We'll have it like that. And we have it curved as well, like that. Ah. Super huge head. So I think I'm gonna go with something more on the lines of this guy. I really like this guy. Or maybe this one is very nice. Be like a umbrella-ish. Okay, so let's do in between of that. That's good. And this thickness is good. Apply it. Now this face. I'm gonna insert, pull up, insert, pull up, insert, pull up. Keep doing this until you get a nice round head. Scale X 0. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's see if this works. Scale Z 0. Still. Alright. What we want to do, we want to flatten it. Perfect. Loop tools for the win. And now let's relax these. Like that. Put this in a little bit. Let's make this a circle. Put it like so. And make it a little bit smaller there. Look, these are misaligned for some reason, so let's fix those. Okay, good mushroom cap. Okay, so far, let's just do a connection here. in here. So what I want to do is I want to clean up the extra edge loops here by merging them together and just getting rid of unnecessary loops. So 1, 2, this one here is not necessary. So we can actually pull these closer together, and that's gonna help on the chest area. In general. Cool. Spot there. So you and you can meet in the middle. Oops. Right. Doing something weird. Can meet in the middle as well. Okay, so now let's move this around. Good. Mirror it again. Okay, so here, one like this. And this part right here, I feel like these guys could be together. They could totally be together there. Could be wrong, but again, it's more of a trial and error, and try to do the best that you can for what you are looking for. So I want to do the least poly as possible. And in the long run, after we try to animate it, if it doesn't work as intended, then we need to add some mesh. But I honestly think this is going to bend okay. Maybe not super realistic animations, but I don't do those anyway, so. Okay, so now that we have that off, we can try. We got 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, this one here seems that it could be fixed. This one as well. See. Enrich this one here. Like that. I have and you can be mixed as well. Let's see. Seems so. Yes. Okay, that works. That's like the other side as well. Let's align these a bit. Oops. Okay, so this I'm counting to see if they're gonna fit. And we do the merging. So it seems that we have to merge something here. So I mean, it could totally be this these three here in the center. That might break there. Yep. So it was referring to either one of these. Let's just do this one. I feel like I want to do this, just have that. It's gonna be unnecessary. Okay, I'm just gonna start connecting and see how it feels. Merge all last. Oh, oops. So this has to be part of this. And now we can merge all last. Merge all last. See, here's my conundrum. I'm gonna skip it. Just so I can have a little bit more time to think about it. Okay, so I got 3 here. Yeah, I'm just gonna merge this last and then merge these guys at the center and then merge. Not entirely convinced about it. I don't want to merge these guys. I think I'm gonna mess it up, but for now looks good. So I want to clean this up, give it that feel that it's kind of all the way connected towards the neck, like it doesn't really have that much of a neck, just part of the body right here. Good. You can also do this with the sculpting tools, so like you can just smooth out. Okay, looks good. I actually feel like I want to give it some volume here. Let me enable cavity so I can see better. Yeah. And some volume. Maybe a little bit on the neck, like so. Oh, maybe it's on this side here. It just needs there. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, that's looking good. I like those lines there. Okay, that worked out good. Let's check the mesh. There's nothing. Nice. Okay, so here, let's see we want to have this. A little bit, oops, go like that. A little bit more smooth there. And yeah, it's looking really good. Bottoms here, let's pull this part in until that goes away. Yeah, that's good. Pull this out. Okay. So we're actually almost done with this guy. Looking at the fingers. Since I want it to be humanoid as well, I might as well just do at least 3 or 4 fingers. Just for the humanoid rig. Okay, for that, let's go ahead and move ourselves to this side here. I'm gonna select these all, Shift S to cursor to selected, and then I'm gonna tab out, Shift A to add a cube, lower the cube, move the cube on the X, just shorten the cube a tad. It's gonna be the palm of the hand, and I'm gonna go into edit mode and bring 4 fingers. Actually, let's do 2 for 3 fingers. Just 3 fingers. Do 1 here. Do 1 here for the thumb. Thumb's gonna be pulled out. Rotate it like so. Actually, not so much like that. Pulled out a bit more. This guys. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do subdivision surface on this here. And I'm gonna pull this part forward. I'm gonna grab all this section here and pull it upwards. And I'm gonna grab the whole hand. Kind of lean it. Let's see. Put it down a little bit. Let's pull this guy up a tad more. Not this. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna set these guys like so. Actually, we can delete these guys. And let's make a finger out of this dude right here. Go on edit mode, let's pull. Pull again. Let's pull again. Now I'm gonna shorten this. That looks like a little sausage. Yep, that's the finger we want right now. And she's gonna grab this edge and pull it inward a little bit, because this part of the finger usually is a bit longer. That's good. So this is gonna be pulled up a tad. It's gonna be pulled up a little bit. And I think that gets rotated like so, but we'll do that later. I don't think we need to do that. Let's just pull this in a little bit, like that. Okay. Let's add one here. So I want to have the top part a little bit more flattened. And let's add the loops for the joint of the fingers. It's gonna be like here, and then we can just pull this guy up a little bit. We got a finger, stubby finger. We good. Okay, so I'm gonna enable this. Going to get rid of this right here, faces, and then I'm just going to join this here. Go into vert mode, and this gonna need another loop there because I added this loop. Good. Merge all last. So you obviously want to select the palm of the hand as last. Just make sure so you want to keep the ratio you made for the hand. You got a finger. Really good there. Okay, now I can speak up good and almost. Okay. Alright, so let's connect the other ones. Okay, go to the top view, duplicate it, rotate it like so. I'm gonna scale it a little bit because this one middle finger is longer. Oops. Going to spread mode last. Let's go inside and connect this one with this one. Okay. I'm gonna grab this one. To top view, duplicate it, Control M to the Y and mirror it, and just move it here. I'll make this one a little bit smaller. Go into red mode. Last, go inside so we can connect these. Last. Good. Very good. Now I want to, I actually want to add one of them here for rotation purposes. Now we need the thumb. You can grab any of these to make the thumb. On top, okay, I'm gonna make it smaller. Then I'm gonna use this tool here to expand it and make it chubbier. Now I'm gonna try to rotate this. Oh, it's local. Oh, that worked pretty well. So we just want to rotate it this way. On top. Okay. Gonna have it there. I think it needs to be bigger. I think it's big enough. I'll throw it a little bit down. Most thumbs have a little dent there. I think that works. Okay. So now let's get rid of this face right here. Face it's X. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see. Start here, dimensional left, dimensional left, dimensional left, merge out left. Okay, I think I grabbed the wrong one. Seems. So this dimensional left. Okay, yeah, so gonna need to make connection here. I wonder if we can fix that later. Yep, go like that, and then you can go like so here. Figuring I can actually get rid of these guys. Yeah, how it worked out. Well, no, this right here. Gonna be a problem. Okay, so that's better. Good, that's much better. Okay, so now gonna need to pull this up a tad. Smooth that out. Actually, I need to pull more hand from this side. So with inflation. Yeah, that's good. Let's turn this off. Okay, so the hand's ready. Let's go ahead and get rid of this here. I actually kind of want to move the hand out a little bit so I can see what's going on. So relax. Align that. So now I want to align it. Have this here. Yeah, have that alignment. Go down a little bit. So now we can save it and join this. Oops. Actually, let's apply this. Let's try something. So to be honest, I think this might work. A lot of other, like if I apply it, I mean, this give it smoother face, but I feel like I want to go for something more. Like I said, stubby and scarish. Okay, so I want to grab them all so they all behave the same. I'm guessing this is the part that one boinkers here. Of course, it's gonna go boinkers. I'm undoing this because this part right here is not built for that. It needs an extra edge loop on it to work. Guess I'll have to do with this and clean it up later. So we need to clean up enough here. As you can see, we have very little mesh. So let's start merging. A U tree can go into the center. And then you can merge with this one. You can merge the center. And you can merge with this one for this. You can merge the center. This one. You can merge the center. And you with you. Okay. Now if we extrude like so, we'll have our wrist right here. Connect these dots. There. Good stuff. I'm gonna go all around and see if I can smooth this out a bit more as well. Maybe pull this guy. Huh. So many things can be done. For now, looks good. Move that out a bit more. And definitely need to clean this up a ton. So it goes like that. Oops. Merge these. So this is where it's gonna bend in either way. So these have no reason to be there. Unless we're gonna look very closely under the fingers. The bending should work fine. So just indent itself in there. Good. We can probably over this. How we get rid of these. Yep. Yeah, all of these edge loops are technically unnecessary. I'm not gonna use them, so we can get rid of them. I think this one was being used. Good. Alright, so we got a mushroom. Looks good. I think I'm gonna leave the cap to be separate. That way we can play around. And for example, marsh cap, here, body, and this one as well. So because we can turn this one off, so let's duplicate it and turn this one off, and call this one marsh cap too. And then we can kind of get creative with it. From anything. Maybe make another type of mushroom itself. Simple. We can just lower this. So like so. Get another type of mushroom in there. Flip it like that. Make him cool. Can sculpt down as well. And give it some shape. No. Bottom line is that I think I'm gonna leave it like that so we can do some different mush caps. Okay, so last thing I'm gonna do for this live is actually I'm gonna rig it, make sure it works. So let's go here and grab this as well. I'm gonna move this guy up. And I'm gonna apply our transforms. Make sure my guy is just a tiny tad under the floor. Apply everything. Save. Okay. Hide this. Add a single bone. Oh, went all the way over there. So Shift S, cursor to origin, and then Shift A. Okay, single bound. Move this bound up. Go to a Reaper display. Front. Yeah. Now let's rename this to row. And it's on the X, so it's going in the right direction. Going to edit mode. I'm gonna extrude. Gonna be spline 0, 1, 0, 2, and then the chest, neck, and head. Let's go to the side and make sure everything is aligned how it should be, and the straighter the better. So looks good. Now I'm going to gonna extrude a bone here. I'm gonna call this guy hip.l, and the reason for this is not connected, so we need to be parented. Keep offset. So the reason for this is I want a bone that takes all the weight here. So when humanoid animations work, they're gonna move the leg itself, and so this doesn't get all janked up out of place. Basically, that's the whole point of it. Now I'm gonna extrude this, go like so, and good. Move it down to the knee, and extrude down as well. Now let's move this. So that bone has that bend that I mentioned earlier. Move this so it's aligned with the root bone. Then gonna extrude forward so it's straight, and let's pull names. So this is foot.l. Nope, sorry, that's toe. L. Lower leg the L. This is leg the L. Good, save. Now this one doesn't seem to be aligned correctly, so I'm gonna rotate this with Control R, so it's just facing forward. I'll make sure those good. So the X is this side, that's how it should be. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna do the same here. I'm going to duplicate this, rotate it, move up and down, so the X should be in this way. Perfect. So this is going to be the shoulder. Shoulder.L. Like I said, I want something to grab the weight from this. So this is perfect. I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to put it here where I want the arm to be bending. So I want the arm to bend kind of somewhere around this area here. Should be fine. This one and this one, I'm going to Control P to keep offset. I'm just going to call arm.L. Let's pull this all the way here. This one is going to be arm.L. Go on top view. Make sure we do that alignment. Get there, perfect. Gonna do the hand. So gonna shoot here. Make sure the axes are correct. So this one bends up and down. So that's good. This one bends like so. So this one needs to be rotated. Because if it's gonna go up and down, go this way. X should be facing up or to the side. So okay. Now hand. And L, rotate it, X is good. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it and create my index finger. And I'm going to turn this wireframe on so I can see that I put these fingers on those edge loops that we were talking about. And that's where it's gonna bend best. Okay, something we're gonna turn on is this here. It's gonna go to volume, center, and that should be fine. That's gonna try to put the selection, or in this case the bone, right in the middle or the center as much as you can. So these tips sometimes just doesn't get it right. There, it looks better. So you need to be a little bit down. Okay, so everything is facing the correct way. We'll duplicate this one as well. This is gonna be named mid L. Shoot the other bone. Shoot the other bone. Let's see if it looks good. Yeah, looks good. Duplicate the other bone. Put it right there. It's gonna be called key.l. Good. Now I'm gonna extrude that one and last bone. Same thing. Kind of lower it a tab. Perfect. And thumb finger. I'm just gonna go somewhere around here. Thumb.l. So the thumb has a longer bone, maybe because it moves a larger part of the finger itself. So let's extrude here, and extrude a little bit. Actually came up pretty good. Now we gotta make sure that rotations are good. That's what we gotta make sure now. So as you can see, the rotations are set incorrectly. We need to have the X facing up in this case because the thumb rotates on the X axis, like so. So, and actually this is the top part of the, so it has to be like that. Like that. So it has to align with this flow right here. Good. Save. Okay, so let's grab all these guys. You see the relationship lines are all connected to the forearm. We need to control P to keep opposite of the hand. Alright, so I think we got the rig correctly built. Let's grab all of these. Sure, we can just select all and control and symmetrize. Yep, something went wrong, and it's in the naming. Here you go, neck. It's supposed to be called arm.l, and this is for arm.l, and shoulder.l. So I was naming the incorrect thing some point, but I think I got them. And okay, let's try again. Symmetrize. Okay, there, perfect. Save. I want to do an extra bone here. I want the cap to have a dynamic bone. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extrude this. Control P to keep offset, and then name this one cap. So I want to do a couple extra. So it could jiggle. I think it would be nice so it jiggles. Let's move this up like so. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Cap. Perfect. Enable the other one. Actually, let's do them separate. Go like that. Okay, select body, armature, automatic weight, and let's go into close mode. Good. this is bending a little bit too much for my taste, so I'm gonna go into weight paint just like this, and I'm going to just give more power to the chest itself in that area. Just gonna give it a little bit more power. Yeah. Perfect. See? Now it doesn't bend as much. Just share the power, and the chest has more say in what's gonna bend and what's not gonna bend. Okay. Let's try out this. I'm gonna change this to stick so we can see better. Rotate on the X, how it should rotate. Bends good. Rotate on the X. Rotates good. Perfect. Put the finger, rotate on the X. Rotates down. Pulls in. Bends inward. It looks good. Same here, rotate on the X. Bends in. Rotates inward. Alright, so this guy looks super cool. I honestly, the only thing I would do before I start adding other thing is make some blend shapes for it. But other than that, or maybe add some eyes there. But it looks good. Yep. So this is gonna be it for this live stream. I'm gonna record the other steps and publish it as well, but I just thought I wanted to do a stream and show you guys the process I take to do my style of polygon. As you can see, it's a little bit more stylized and smooth than your regular poly style models. Alright, so if you got any questions, just write the comments, subscribe if you liked it. Let me know. Oh, Baby Moslin, you the man, dude. Thank you. Okay, so gonna do a few more of these as the weeks go by. And again, if you liked it, subscribe. Got any questions, write on the comment, write on Discord, and if you have any suggestions, I'm always open to improving what I do. Alright, so this is the end of the show. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day. Cheers.